My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. The Dow Jones rallied the day Ben Bernanke came out and talked about more quantitative easing. The mainstream media is calling it QE3. They're saying we're entering into QE3 because Ben Bernanke is worried about job creation. Okay, and there's numbers to back this up. I mean, 119,000 people less this month are working than last month, and over the last 2 months, 314,000 people less are working. And in fact, 370,000 people were taken out of the participation rate last month, and over the last 2 years, 2.7 million have been taken out of that participation pool. And if we didn't use these accounting tricks, our U3 number wouldn't be 8.1. It would really be north of 11% on U3. So there's evidence to back this up that Ben Bernanke is concerned about the employment situation in this country. But let's break it down. First of all, it's not QE3. That would indicate that it's going to end sometime, and then we could go into 4, 5, and so forth. It's QE forever, because he says it's unlimited. It's ongoing, unlimited forever. So it's not QE3, it's QE forever. And if he was concerned about jobs, why on earth, why on God's green earth over the last 4.5 years would we have committed, begged, borrowed, and stolen from our future in order to create a bunch of bailout schemes that were engineered to give to a bunch of bankers who got us here in the first place so they could turn around and buy government debt or put it in the Federal Reserve and earn a guaranteed amount higher than the percentage that they borrowed it at? Why did we do that? We did it because we're in this for the bankers. We're not in this for expanding our economy. We're not in this for creating jobs. We're not in this for a sustainable recovery. We're in this for one reason: grafting the wealth and the value of this country and putting it in the hands of a very elite few. Now, they're doing the exact same thing inside of Europe. That's why Draghi came out a week ago with almost the same plan, an open-ending debt indentured servitude plan that will decimate any representative government left in Europe and put them under the control of the Central Bank of Europe. And eventually, sooner rather than later, after the IMF has decimated the sovereignty of all the nations of Europe, as we've already seen the decimation of the sovereignty of the people of the United States, we will have what the engineers, these global engineers, have been talking about for quite some time: total global financial governance. Once they have global financial governance, they own this planet. If you don't think it can happen in this country, well, it's time to wake up, look in the mirror, and realize that you're not being told the truth. You're not being told the truth by the mainstream media that is controlled and owned by a half a dozen corporations. You're not being told the truth by the politicians on both teams that want to keep doing the exact same thing as far as financial policy, monetary policy, yet make you believe that they have an interest in your future. They don't. They have an interest in their future, and their future is controlled by the people who create the money. The people who create the money is not what the Constitution prescribes, which is Congress, Article 1, Section 8. Congress will determine the value, coin money and determine the value thereof. The money is created by these elite bankers who happen to own the Federal Reserve, who happens to be headed by the guy who just announced quantitative easing to infinity. There is no stopping this total global financial catastrophe that's coming. The best you can do at this point is prepare for it. Prepare the best you can, because we're not turning this ship around. Prepare. Make sure you're able to sustain yourself for an extended period of time when the mobs in the street who think everything's just fine because football's on realize that they've been lied to and the sledgehammer of reality comes crashing down. This is the time to get ready and to be there on the backside of this collapse and say, I am not taking your solution of giving up the sovereignty of myself, my family, my nation, and my planet in order that I can become a debt slave to these same scumbag bankers who brought us here. Stories are attached. That's all I got.